Hello, favorite people. It's your favorite girl, Viola Me, and this is the Young Minds Corner podcast, a space for honest conversation at the intersection of real life growth and faith living of a young adult. A space that constantly reminds you that God can never, ever, 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 ever mismanage your life. So I say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome once again to yet an exciting, interesting episode of the Young Wines Corner podcast. You know, it's always a delight to talk to you, my favorite person in the world. And again, I say to you, thank you so much for clicking on this episode. All right. And I wanted to ask you a question. Hope you've been enjoying the Feeling Forward series because I have actually been enjoying recording it and also listening to it because what will be my this is the Young Minds Corner podcast, a space for honest conversation at the intersection of real life growth and faith living of a young adult. A space that constantly reminds you that God can never, ever, 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 ever mismanage your life. So I say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome once again to yet an exciting, interesting episode of the Young Wines Corner podcast. You know, it's always a delight to talk to you, my favorite person in the world. And again, I say to you, thank you so much for clicking on this episode. All right. And I wanted to ask you a question. Hope you've been enjoying the Failing Forward series because I have actually been enjoying recording it and also listening to it because what would be my joy if I always communicate and I don't receive for myself. Newsflash, I'm also young adult trying to grow and trying to level up in my own destiny as well. But yes, today we are going to be discussing yet another aspect of failing forward that we need to pick on as young adults heading toward greatness in 2026. This conversation is one that I have actually desired that we had like maybe since January because the kind of fire that they used to hold me in January. I'm like, bro, bro. But yeah, we are having a conversation today and I'm really excited and I can't wait for us to like get in depth about this particular conversation, right? So today we are talking about progress over perfection. What is stopping you from becoming everything your heart have ever desired? And as I said, this conversation is one that I have really desired that I want to have a long time ago. Like even just have a like basic person, but you know, it's always even better when I am talking to you, my favorite person in the world. And you know that there is no any YMC conversation without a backstory. So now let's go back in time. In 2020, when I started the Young Minds Corner podcast, then it was the Gist with Biola Me podcast. The vision was for me to start a YouTube channel where I communicate, show my personality, and just share the light of God generally. But I settled. Emphasis on the word settle because I didn't have the required gadget for a YouTube channel at the time. I settled for a podcast. And I know that you say, so you're saying that you are settling because of you have a podcast now, you're settling. But no, that's not the point. That's not the point, okay? That's not the point. The point is I found the least possible thing I could do at the time. Still in the process of, oh, I want to move, I want to do something, I want to do something. Let me do this. But that wasn't the vision. All right. So just follow me. Just follow me. In 2023, this vision came again. But then, instead of me to start a proper YouTube channel, I settled for short video clips for Instagram. And I did that until they stole my phone. And when they stole my phone, my world shattered again. I settled waiting to be perfect. I settled waiting to be perfect. Perfect background, perfect microphone, perfect this, perfect that, perfect that, perfect this. When I could have just started or could have or should have even started and expect and wait for perfection to catch up with me. I was waiting for perfection. I was waiting to be perfect. Funny how I know of people who started then in 2020 that now they are masters of their crafts. And there are some of us who waited and are still waiting, living in the hope of starting something great. I started this conversation on this note because I want you to see from the lens of someone who have waited to be perfect before moving. Ha! The truth is, God have not called you. I've never called you to be a perfect human being, but to be a moving human being, the one that is moving, the one that is doing and evolving as they go. But we have imprisoned ourselves in the cage of waiting to be the perfect one, the one who is excellent, the one who is doing it. Have you seen my background? No, have you seen my camera? Have you seen my store? The best in the world. All right, now let's start from the ground and understand what perfection is. Perfection is a fallacy. It's not real. It's an endless destination that you will never find. And the earlier you get to know this, the better for you. The earlier you realize that perfection is an endless meeting point, the better for you. You would always say, oh my God, this thing is not as good as I want you to be. Oh, let me stop, I beg. I'll pick it up. I'll start again. You're wasting time, wasting resources, rigmaroling in one spot when you could have just started and expect your perfection to meet you on the way. That it will never ever happen, because you would always get to that point and a vision to be better, because that is how naturally we are. Our desires are insatiable. We always want more, always want better, always want greatness. We are Oliver Twist naturally. But the only mistake you will ever make in your life is to stay in a position expecting to get the final lane that don't exist. I made a mistake with that project. Oh my God, I made a mistake trying to do that project. Maybe doing this business was even a bad idea in the first place. Maybe I could have just invested my money in another thing. Oh God, I've just failed like that. Oh no, I could have pitched like this, I could have done like this. You are gradually cutting and killing something I call the momentum battery. Your confidence. Because every time you do something and you by yourself tear it apart, you are not doing yourself any good. You're just telling yourself that you're not good enough. And your brain would never forget. Your brain is wired to accept everything you say. Your brain will never forget. So anytime you pick up a project like that another time and it doesn't go out, it doesn't go as planned, even a slight simple mistake that you in your body capacity can say, oh, no worry, we'll waive it. Your brain will constantly grow back there and you will repeat the same cycle. You see, perfection is not a standard. It's a myth. And chasing it doesn't make your life better in any way. Chasing perfection make your progress slower, make your confidence smaller, and your joy completely inaccessible, invisible. Let me say that again so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Perfection is not a standard. So if you have been waiting to be perfect before you move to do what the Lord has called you to do, if you have been waiting to be perfect before you embody your destiny, if you have been waiting to be perfect before you take a move or make a move towards where you are headed, knowing where you are headed is actually another conversation that I'm going to get to in the nearest part of this conversation. But remember this: perfection is not a standard, it's a myth, a fallacy. And if you continually chase it, your progress will be slow. Your confidence will be nowhere to be found, not even small. If it's small, at least you have it, but you wouldn't find it. Because every other person who moved with urgency, every other person who embodied progress instead of perfection would have something to show for it. But you, on the other end, will have nothing to show. You have absolutely nothing without you. You will not have anything to show for it. You'll be fine. And your joy that God said is supposed to be a constant K in your life, you will not find it, because you are constantly comparing your own season to someone's own chapter. I don't know how many minutes we've got into in this conversation, but it seems like it started on a very high note. So everybody relax, okay? Everybody calm down, calm down. Let's talk about progress, okay? Every time we hear progress, in the mind of everybody, including myself, there is a image that just flash. Like you are heading towards somewhere and it's all on a straight line. Like everybody is going, and yes, on a straight line, everybody fall in place. It's just going. You can see the palace at the front, and you're just going towards the palace. Nothing is holding you back. You can see the palace at the front, and nothing is holding you from getting to the palace. There's no obstruction, no challenge, no tribulation, nothing. Boom, get to the palace. That is the progress. We all have the image in our mind. But guess what, my darling? That is not progress. That is not progress at all. Now, let me give you a great description of what progress look like. Progress is taking 2 steps forward, plateau, aka confusion, then a small breakthrough, boom, another plateau. Wondering, how did I get here? What's going on? What's good? That you would even forget that you've actually for once taken 2 steps and even gotten a small breakthrough. Then boom, there's another season where everything is clicking, working out. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Biola me here, Biola me there. Oh, media girl. Oh, excellent event. Oh, bam, 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 bam. And boom, another season where nothing seems to be working. Like everywhere was just silent. Then another season where you are making progress, but you can't see it. It's invisible. And you just continually just continue the reggae and the blues every time, just continue. And boom, all of a sudden you look back in 6 months and you can't recognize who you were when you took the first 2 steps you took. That's exactly what progress look like. That's exactly what progress look like. Progress is, I know where I am right now and I know where I am heading. The road might not be straight, the road might be bent, but I have a focus of where I am going to. I know where this bus would stop. I know where this driver is taking me to. So I walk towards it daily. Now, the question I have for you is that, am I close to who God has called me to be now than I was months ago? Am I closer to who God has called me to be now than I was 2 months ago? That question, I want you to actually sit down with it and think about it. Am I closer to who God has called me to be now than I was 3 months ago, than I was 4 months ago. Now that we have these two concepts out of the line, we know what perfection is, we know what progress is. I want us to actually talk about how do we keep moving even when things do not work out. And I will say something you've probably not heard this way before. And it goes, God is not waiting for you to arrive. He's waiting for you to move. My dear, what is written on your job description is move. Your job description is not to miraculously appear at the finish line. No. Your job description is to move regardless of what happened. And the most exciting part of this news is that God is ready to move with you even as you move. You are not supposed to be perfect, but to progress in everything that you do. And that can only be done by three important things. You progressing will be done by three important things. I would have said five, but three is fine. Three is good. Number one is reflect. Number two is recommit. Number three is release. And I tag this the 3 R's. Reflect. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, say what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. And it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings. Name them. And it will surprise you. In 2025, the theme for Gratitude Box was reflection, the aid for an effective Thanksgiving. The truth is, for you to progress in this life, you need to be able to regularly look back at where you're coming from, and not looking back to torture yourself or to justify your incapability. No. But to notice how far you have come, what you did right, what you did wrong, and move from that your realization. Moving from your calculated, counted blessings that no, I know. Now we did this. In 2023, we did this. In 2024, we did this. 2025, we did this. In 2026, we need to do this because of the mistake we made in 2024. Do you understand? Number two is recommitment. If you have ever built anything in this world, in this lifetime, you would know that the only interesting part of building is when you are starting. When you announce to the world. I remember when I started my podcast and I announced, oh guys, I'm starting a podcast, you all. Everybody was like, oh, Biolami, I'm so proud of you. Well done. First episode, I had like 20 listens. At the time, nobody knows me, just my friends that were listening. So yes, clap for me. 20 was something. The second episode, my network was already growing. I had like a number of listens. And before I could say Jack Robinson, I hit 100. You see, the moment I hit 100 like this, 100 plays like this, boom. I was wondering, what did I do with my life? What did I come and do? Yeah. God help me. Jesus, why? Why did I start this podcast in the first place when I'll just be wasting myself and nobody's listening? God. Why me? Why me? The moment you get to the middle, like this, you will start to question everything. Question yourself, question why you started, question what happened. But what I would leave with you is that you need to recommit every time, because every season needs a new level, a fresh level. That's the word. Thank you, Jesus. A fresh level of commitment, a fresh decision. When I started, I probably started because I was excited and I wanted to talk. But when I got to the middle, I have to decide for myself, why am I doing this podcast? Oh, I'm doing this podcast because I want to build my media portfolio. Or then it got to a point and I'm like, God, people are not listening. Why? Should I continue? Should I stop? God, I did this recommitment till I got to the point where I realized that this is actually a ministry. This has nothing to do with my media career. So you have to recommit, learn to recommit if you're building anything. It will, I promise you, you will cry. No, 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 no. Oh, Jesus. You gonna cry. You'll not cry in Jesus' name, but you get the point. You will be okay. At the end of the day, you will be okay. You just have to re-strategize, retreat, and recommit. Yes, my dear. Re-strategize, retreat, and recommit. Because if you only re-strategize and you did not retreat and treat yourself, how will you be able to commit? Come back again and say, oh, let's fire on. So yes, as much as you want to reflect and see where you have been, you have to be able to recommit again to that course. That is if you have actually realized where you are going to. And that's a different conversation on its own. The last one is release. Every young adult right now needs to detox from a lot of mentality because of what we see on social media, what we experience on a daily basis, what our economy look like, what our background look like. We need to actually release a lot. We have a lot of unlearning to do, actually. We have a lot of unlearning to do. And if you want to progress or build with a mindset of going forward, you have to drop a lot of things. You have to release the version of you that want everything to look perfect before you start. Drop it, my dear. Drop it quickly. The version of you that is always comparing your own beginning to someone's ending point. You have to drop that one too. You have to drop it, my dear. You have to release the timeline. Because are you the author of your life? I really need to ask you this very important question. Are you the author of your life? If you are not the author of your life, so why then are you giving the one who wrote your story a timeline? Newsflash, God does not work with your deadline. No. He works according to his purpose and design for your life, not what he wrote, not what you desire for him to do for you. The timeline. Because are you the author of your life? I really need to ask you this very important question. Are you the author of your life? If you are not the author of your life, so why then are you giving the one who wrote your story a timeline? Newsflash, God does not work with your deadline. No. He works according to his purpose and design for your life, not what he wrote. Okay? So you failing doesn't mean that you don't have faith. It might actually be a lack of wisdom. It might actually be a lack of knowledge that you don't have in that particular thing you're failing on. It might actually be that is not what the Lord has called you to do. Don't be annoyed. Calm down. Yes, it might actually be that it is not what God has called you to be. That they did not send you where you are going to. That they are bringing your blessing to where you are not staying. To where you have refused to go to. Yes, my dear. So yes. So every time you choose to move messy, imperfect, without a guarantee of what the future would look like, is making a statement about what you believe about the one who creates you. Let me say it again so that it sinks in better. Every time you choose to move messy or imperfect, or not sure of what the future holds for you, you are making a statement, making a bragging note about what you believe about God. Because remember, He's the manager of your life and you are His resources. It's investment. It can't mismanage your life. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. Thank you so much for visiting the corner today. It's always a delight to talk to you. And I pray that as we are in this series, as we go on through this series, you would never see failure as something bad. Every time you fail, you'll be quick to stand up and move on because you are called to move, not to stay. All right. So thank you so much once again. All right. So see you next time. But while you wait, please share this podcast. I'm begging you. You've listened to this podcast, you've seen the passion, you've learned a lot, you have been transformed one way or the other. The best thing you can ever do for this corner is to make it bigger and share it with the world. So, yes, share it, talk about it to people both online and offline. And when you do that online, please do well to tag me at Bolami on Instagram or tag the Young Minds Corner podcast, the Young Minds Corner _ podcast, and this on IG. All right. And I'll be really glad to repost or retweet. All right. And please drop a comment, rate, like this podcast. Thank you so much. And before I let you go, I'll remind you this again. Remember this. You are a work in progress. And God can never, ever mismanage your life. You see, if God mismanage your life, come and collect your money from my hand. Okay? Like, I can really beat my chest that God can never, ever mismanage your life. All right? Anyways, see you all next time. See you all next week. All right? From me to you, it's a bye. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. Thank you, Jesus.